Wasn't I? I had the dates wrong all this time. Diddy, come on out.
Everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party.
Now he's having 48 hours with Diddy.
Y'all know y'all gonna have to turn it up tonight, right? Why'd you move to LA?
Oh, for the kids.
Why the fuck am I making a video on this? Sean Diddy Combs. He is a man who goes by many names, ranging from the likes of Puffy, Puff Daddy, P-Diddy, Love, Bad Boy, The Diddler, and to some he's a rapper, producer, entrepreneur, record dealer, manager, actor, and billionaire. And without him, the careers of people such as Biggie Smalls, Usher, and Justin Bieber wouldn't exist. But that's not the reason why you know him. We know damn well the reason why you know him. He has done something so despicable that if I was to list them all on this video, it'd probably get taken down. Now, much like Drake, people have been saying that Diddy's been doing weird things off camera for years. For instance, there'd be videos where he gets a bit too close with guys, and so it's suspected that everyone thought he was just in the closet, which is something we can all slide. I mean, we all saw the way he was acting around Meek Mill, but no one suspected any Predator stuff. So it just went through everyone's mind saying, oh, he's zesty. Okay then. But in April of last year, a video of him surfaced of him beating his old fiancée, whom by the way is 17 years younger than him. That's apparently happened in a hotel in 2016, and he paid the hotel staff over 100 grand just to make sure they don't snitch. Then after that video got leaked, he made the most half-assed apology since Travis Scott. But after that whole fiasco, it clicked into everybody's head that maybe he isn't who he says he is, and everyone starts saying he's weird. And in March, 1 month prior to this, his house got raided and he was later arrested in September. And inside that house, they found many suspicious things, ranging from the likes of guns, drugs, but most importantly, over 1,000 bottles of baby oil. As soon as a place has oil, the US Embassy is going to raid it. I guess after finding all that oil, I guess you can say Diddy was put in a bit of a slippery situation. Yeah, fuck you too. But in all seriousness, no, we need to talk about these parties. Diddy would usually hold these big, extravagant parties at either one of his mansions or many yachts where after 1 a.m., things would get a little freaky. And many attendees of these parties would include high-profile celebrities such as Ellen DeGeneres, Jay-Z, and
There's no
Alvin and the Chipmunks.
One day, you're throwing back pink lemonades on Diddy's yacht in Saint-Tropez. Ooh, jackpot! Hey, Diddy, no!
And although we may not know the entire guest lists, but it's safe to say that most of these people were doing bad stuff there. And if I was to describe what they would be going on there, I'd get this video taken down. But if you want some context, watch season 4, episode 6 of The Boys. Now, Diddy's been in jail since September and has only recently started his trial last month. And you'd think with the amounts of money and power that Diddy has, he'd be able to afford some of the best lawyers across the planet. And you'd be right. Unfortunately for him, each and every single one of them dropped out. That's right. They all walked out and they just said, nope, you're on your own with this one. But the funniest part of all of this is this specific lawyer here. This is Anthony Rico, who was one of Diddy's top lawyers. And one of his many clients just so happened to be Osama bin Laden. The same bin Laden who's responsible for the World Trade Center attacks. And he had to defend him for those attacks. This just implies that Diddy is somehow worse than one of history's biggest terrorists. Now, I'm usually a firm believer that without evidence, then you're innocent until proven guilty. But with all of these accusations and all of your lawyers dropping out, you are guilty. I don't even think he should be sent to prison because he'd probably want to end up in there. And if he ever felt like breaking out, he could just oil himself up and phase through the cell bars like the T-1000. Just give him the death penalty straight away. Now, many people have obviously testified against Diddy, mainly his assistants, Cassie, and most notably Kid Cudi. Now, if you don't know, Cudi and Diddy have been beefing since 2011. This was due to rumors going around that Cudi was currently dating Cassie at that point, and Diddy clearly didn't like that. So, how do you think Diddy responded to that? By sending a group of men over to his house on Christmas Eve. And what they did was unwrap all of his Christmas presents, break almost everything in the house, lock his dog in the toilet, but the worst of all is they blew up his car by throwing a Molotov cocktail in there, hoping that he'd be in it. But he wasn't. So not only is it SA and trafficking that this guy's done, but you can also add attempted first-degree murder. And when Cudi found out it was Diddy who was responsible for it, Diddy just told Cudi, look, sorry about that, bro. I thought it was someone else. It's a clear misunderstanding. No, the f*** it wasn't. Anyway, Cudi pulled up to Diddy's trial smoking a cigarette in a black leather jacket, and all I'm gonna say is, if you look like that going into court, you are going to spill some shit. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if this attack was intentional, because it's largely rumored that he's responsible for the deaths of Tupac and Biggie. But at the end of the day, that's all just speculation, and we don't have any evidence to support either of those theories. In fact, the only person who's actually come out to try and defend Diddy was Ye. Now, if you watched my previous video about Kanye West, I talked about how Ye was tweeting at that he wants Diddy out of prison. And him and his wife actually went the extra mile to try and defend him. But apparently he left after 10 minutes, so my guess is he heard all the allegations and just said, nope, not doing this, I'm going home. But for whatever reason that he walked out of the court, it still didn't stop him from releasing that mixtape with his son. By the way, this is possibly the worst thing I've ever listened to in my entire life. But out of this whole fiasco, only one person has profited out of it. That man being 50 Cent. Now, despite the constant attempts at friendship that Diddy has put to 50, 50 has obviously never ever liked Diddy. And ever since April of last year, 50 has been non-stop trolling Diddy on all of his social media platforms. Whether it's non-stop memes or AI deepfakes, 50's hate for Diddy makes Kendrick versus Drake look like a high school beef. In fact, his trolling makes my stuff look bland by comparison. I mean, I love this guy, but I can understand why he got shot 9 times. But all this trolling wouldn't matter in the end, because as the time I am recording and editing this, I just found out Diddy has been found not guilty. Are you fucking serious? He was only found guilty on prostitution charges. Are you serious? I guess this means we have to learn one valuable lesson, kids. So long as you're a billionaire, you can get away with whatever you want, regardless of whatever it is that you've done. And all of his supporters came outside his courtroom showering each other with baby oil. You'd expect that shit to be in an episode of South Park. And I just feel awful for people like Justin Bieber and all the other people whose lives have been ruined, because all of their hopes have now gone to waste. I mean, this guy has done things worse than R. Kelly, and all he's getting is a slap on the wrist. I mean, if we're living in a world where a convicted felon could run for president, then nothing surprises me anymore. So during these pressing times, I decided to write a little song. And it goes something like this. Yeah! You already know who it is! Listen, Puffy, you need to stay away from that baby oil. And if you're out there fucking with Diddy, I've got one message for you. Fuck you! This shit's gonna sound so hard, it's gonna make you want to RKO your nan down a flight of stairs. Let's go! Baby oil Diddy. 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 We think think about the diddler. We know he gon' get you. Don't act like you don't know me. These amateurs control me. Baby, it ain't no mystery. Got the biggest oil purchase in history. His house, he'll make you show up. Then he'll take all his clothes off. He killed Tupac and Biggie. We know his floors are slippery. So we know Diddy's situation is sticky. He beat up a girl in 2050. He put out the hit on Tupac and Biggie, and now he's in bed with Meek and Drizzy. Then his house got raided and it sealed his fate. Trafficking women like Andrew Tate. He fucked Meek Mill when he thought he was straight. While 50's on the gram screaming checkmate. But all those jokes don't matter anymore, because Sean was found innocent. Better call Saul. Should've listened to Cat. He tried to warn y'all. Now he's gonna have a freak off in his main hall. Most of his accusations have to be true. He's freakier than that guy who says giggity goo. So looking at this verdict, it got me feeling blue. And it gave me one question. What didn't Diddy do? His house, he'll make you show up. Then he'll take all his clothes off. He killed Tupac and Biggie. We know his floors are slippery. Baby oil Diddy. Baby oil Diddy. This that baby oil Diddy. Baby oil Diddy. Baby oil Diddy.